Oh my god, Ma Jae-yoon versus Lee Jaedong, set 3 of CJ Entus against Hwasun Oz, and I can't believe it! This is gonna be an epic matchup. They put up Savior, they didn't put up any Sky High, I was wrong, I'm gonna eat my words. They're not gonna put up any second string player. Basically, this is do or die for CJ Entus. They're down 2-0, they got Savior. I'm going to say the best player on CJ Entus right now, other than Effort perhaps, and Effort was demolished in Game 1. So Savior needs to be able to beat Jaedong. Savior, Ma Jae-yoon, who wasn't able to beat Zero, but who beat Bisu and Stork in a Protoss vs. Zerg All-Star matchup. I don't know. I mean, Savior coming fresh off of those wins, fresh off of beating Bisu. Although that wasn't a serious game, Savior is all about his morale. He is a player whose confidence affects his game 100%. So when his confidence is riding high, he might be able to do it. He just might be able to do it. On the other hand, he is going to be facing the best player, the best Zerg in the world right now. Of course, we don't need to reiterate this. This is a battle of legends. The legend himself, the Maestro, versus the legend killer.
Yeah, and you said it best, man. I mean, Savior is exactly what a pro wrestler is, you know? He performs best when the audience is, like, clapping and shouting his name, you know? He's got to hear it. He's got to have the clapometer going up for him to actually be able to play well. So, yeah. I mean, I think the clapometer is off the scales right now. I think that he's completely in, like you said, he's in the zone. He's beaten some good players. He's beaten some top players. And when he's on, he's like the Hulk after, like, people have been clapping for him after he took, like, a shot to the face from, I don't know, Macho Man Randy Savage, you know? And he just gets up and he's about to choke slam whoever he's going against. But the question is, can he choke slams Jaedong? I don't know, man. I mean, Jaedong, again, we just said time after time that he is the Zerg killer. It doesn't matter if you're Savior. It doesn't matter if you're Effort. It doesn't matter who you are. He's going to kill you, and he's going to win it for his team. But the question is, can Savior overcome that? Can he fulfill his name, Savior? Can he be CJ's Savior? I don't know, man. We're about to find out. Savior starting off in the bottom left-hand corner. He is the blue Zerg. Jaedong starting off in the bottom right-hand corner. He is the red Zerg. And it looks like they are playing on Andromeda, which is a great map for Zerg players. Makes for very interesting play. And we'll have to see if Savior is able to pull off some wacky strategy, or maybe he'll just beat him straight up, heads up. I don't know. Both players starting off scouting in the wrong direction, so they are going to go a little bit before they figure out what the other player's doing. So both playing in the dark right away, and so, you know,
that's a
I don't know, maybe
head.
It'll come down to that is a gigantic head. It's all going to come down to, is Jaedong have the Jaedong Imba Jaedongness present? I don't know. What do you think?
I think Jaedong and Savior are two of the most studied Zerg vs. Zerg players of all time. Of course, Savior was unbeatable even in ZVZ back in his day. So Jaedong knows Savior loves 12 hatching. Jaedong knows that. Savior loves doing it. That's why he lost against Zero. Believe it or not, all 4 games he played against Zero, he went 12 hatch in Zerg vs. Zerg. That's right. He loves that economic advantage, and he plays very well with it. So is he going to be going straight forward? Is he going to be going... What's the metagame like right now? Looks like both players getting Overlords and 2 more drones, so at least a 12-something build here from both players. So is Savior going to just go for it anyway? It looks like a 12 pool from Savior. He is going to be going for a 12 pool, and so will Jaedong. Mirror matchups. Unfortunately for Savior, I was hoping that he would go for his 12 hatch, kind of play the metagame and say, you know, I always go 12 hatch. Let me go it again. Maybe you'll think I'm going 9 pool or something, go over pool and get beat by my 12 hatch. I don't know, but right now both players are actually going 12 pool, both taking the standard opening, it seems, in most Zerg vs. Zerg maps nowadays. This is the standard, and both players are going to be going for an expansion, most likely. Yes, both are going to, just with absolutely similar timing, exact the same timing, both going for this. So it is going to come down to positioning. It is going to come down to timing, and Savior has got the smarts. He knows the strategy, but Jaedong's got the smarts, and he's got the micro, and I gotta say, Jaedong's micro is probably superior to Savior's, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Savior without a build order advantage to start off with.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think that, you know, Jaedong has only proved it time and time again. You know, every time he gets to Mutalis, he has won. The question is, can Savior end it before then? And, you know, right away, I'm going to say it doesn't look like it. It looks like we are going to see that later tech. I mean, just because it's an exact mirror build. And I think that Jaedong, if it gets to that point, he's going to win it. But again, Savior has surprised me many times before.
Savior pulled drones. He's getting
He
speed link
did.
first. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
interrupting.
nice.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Go ahead.
he is going to go for the quick early kill after all, if he can pull it off. And Jaedong, Jaedong, a lot of times I've seen him delay his speedlings enough where he's going to go for his lair before he even gets them. And if that's the case, if he can pump out enough lings to get that speedling advantage, he may actually be able to take this from Jaedong. And Jaedong, I'd say that Jaedong's weakest point, I think we've said this before, but his weakest point is, I think, his Zergling play in general. His micro is pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's really good, but I think that his Zergling micro lacks sometimes. Sometimes it's like he's not really focused on it, or he doesn't really care. But
yeah.
Savior has great Ling micro, so this could be exactly what Savior needs, what he can do in order to win this match.
I think Savior is going to do what he does very well in ZVZ and hide some lings. That's right. He should be hiding some lings from these overlords. He's going to try to deceive Jaedong as to the number of lings he has. Although it doesn't look like he's doing that, he should. He's getting himself into Arc. He loves Arcs, man. The guy loves putting his Zerglings in a parade format more than any other Zerg player I've ever seen in ZVZ. Anyway, Savior also going for a lair. Interesting enough, it doesn't seem like he's gone for that many more lings. And so Jaedong has pulled also from Gas, which means he's going to be focusing also more on Zerglings. I think he's kind of figured out what Savior's doing. He doesn't want to fall behind on ling count. Savior actually has gone back to getting gas, so it seems that players have kind of reversed their positions. Jaedong is the one going for mass lings now for some reason.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. He's going for mass lings. Savior, on the other hand, has resumed gas mining, so that means he's going to be going for Mutalisks. What is Jaedong doing? He's going to have to end it with lings now, and Jaedong, this is a rare position for Jaedong not to go for Mutalisks, but we're going to see what happens here. This is really going to be very close.
My God, I can't believe what Jaedong's doing either. But look, he does have a large mass, but he's fighting against the Arc of Savior. But look at this. I can't actually tell. There's a bloodbath. There is a stream of bloodbath. Look at Jaedong comes way ahead. He comes out way ahead. This is working for him. He's going to take out that hatchery. But the thing is, mutas are going to be coming out very shortly for Savior. The question is, can he make it that far? But no, Jaedong takes out the expansion hatchery. So one hatchery down. Man. This is going to hurt Savior so bad. And Jaedong may just win this. He may just win this yet. He is going to win this. He's taking out the drones now. They're just drones fighting Zerglings. There is nothing anymore that Savior can do. Savior has lost this game.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
GG
coming from Savior, but I was expecting some kind of brilliance. I was hoping Savior's brilliant Zergling arc would make this a game that he could win. But Jaedong just says, "Ah, man, I'm Jaedong. You're Savior. You're of the past." Jaedong, give himself a hug. 3-0, Jaedong. Oz up 3-0. Thanks solely to Jaedong and Savior, the Maestro. Beaten another. He went down without even a bang. He went down with a whimper. Nothing he did. It was a fizzle of a game, unfortunately, for all you Majin fans out there, of whom I count myself as one of. Savior once again, unfortunately, outclassed in ZVZ.
Wow, GG, man. I mean, I really thought that all of a sudden
what's CJ gonna do?
I don't know. I thought Savior had actually faked Jaedong out and was going to have an advantage because his mutas were going to pop out way before Jaedong's. But no, Jaedong going, just obviously faking out the fake out and just going all in lings and destroying Savior. That was ridiculous. And it ended so quickly. It was like, all right, mass lings, I win. See ya. Next game. Yeah, so what does CJ have next? I don't know, man. I got to say, let's just go to the next game and find out, because if Jaedong wins this again, I'm just going to laugh.
Yeah, Oz is Jaedong, the Wizard of Oz. Let's see who they put up. They've got Quanro, Much, and Sky High left. Oh man, it's gonna be tough though for CJ. GG though. See you next set.